A.R. had brought more than 40 dancers and other performers from India for this show. Success has made him enormously wealthy, of course, but it wasn't always thus. His father, also a musician, died when he was young. As a result, A.R. left school early to help bring in some money for the family. On the face of it, it wasn't the easiest of childhoods.
At that time, I didn't feel like that. I thought that this is how life is.
Yeah.
So you don't feel. But now when you look back, I have missed something.
Yeah.
But I've gained a lot of things, other things. I was able to focus on music, and that's the only thing I had. My mother was like a rock steady foundation for all of us. She knew exactly where we should go. I had three sisters, and she got one married, and she all
So she got one married quite quickly after your father's death?
Yeah, when she was 19 or 20.
Right.
That's very typical about South Indian culture.
You never know whether some of the stories you read are true or not when you look up on the internet and all that. But you were renting out equipment?
Equipments, yeah. My father had left all these equipments, like organs and synthesizers and all this stuff. So I'd go set up for people, not every day, but
Right.
whenever they needed, like bands and light music and studio stuff.
You've really been working, haven't you, in music all your life?
Yeah.
Did you think it was ever going to get to this?
No way I thought about all this. I was thinking I would be probably an electronic engineer or something.
And it's just...
Yeah, it's different.
Just how different his life now is became abundantly clear when we headed for a pre-lunch stroll along the waterfront. We thought we were the only people around. Turns out we were wrong.
I'm an interview.
Yeah, you're doing an interview now, but that's
Okay,
fine.
take.
Do you want a picture? Yes, this is an important time. I think I should probably be out of it.
No, you guys are coming. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
But that's interesting in itself, isn't it? I mean, here you are in Sydney,
Yeah.
and everybody knows you.
It happens in Vegas too.
Yeah, I was gonna... Is this... I mean, it's fun, is it, or is it not fun?
It's fun because I think it's so important that people like you.
Yeah.
Politicians are trying hard to do that, and when you're liked, I think you have to appreciate that.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's much better that they like you than they don't.
Yeah.
How hard is it to sort of stay normal in those sort of circumstances when you're idolised to the extent that you are, really?
I grew up in a different, from South India, so South Indian people are very timid.
Very timid.
Yeah, they are. I also come from as I told you, the Sufi tradition where it's about destroying your ego, and it's about giving, and it's about being one with God and showing compassion to fellow human beings and loving them.
A lot of people, it goes to their head though, doesn't it, so much?
And the thing is,
You must see that too.
You,
I
you
mean,
always have a challenge. The next soundtrack I'm composing or the next song I'm composing. If I'm unable to do that, I'm finished. So I always have the fear.
I think you've got to...
No, I'm just saying, always that challenge or that fear is always there. Whether I'm going to get it and it's like incubation. I have to be in the same temperament or my state of mind. So I guess that also kind of prepares you for all this. I have to keep moving on, discovering new things.
Have you been to the venue before?
No, it's first time.
One of the new things he now wants to do is to expand the whole cultural and artistic output of India, to produce music and musical theatre that stands alone outside the film industry.
Like, you don't have a Phantom of the Opera, you don't have a Cirque du Soleil, you don't have a symphony orchestra. All you have is films.
Right.
You have films and films and films. Talk about film music, talk about actors, actresses, talk about directors, which is great. As an industry, it's fantastic. But then I always feel that nothing is above that. Art should be above films, and then films should take from,
Right,
artistic
so
things.
there's a whole new sector that you
Yeah.
could
Absolutely.
create. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, they're extraordinary talent there. I mean, I have a conservatory now already training kids in Indian classical and Western classical and technology, all, and there are around 200 students there. We want to expand that school, then slowly go into other arts and stuff.
That's your own conservatory?
Yeah, KM Music Conservatory.
You're involved in so many different things, aren't you?
I'm a restless man. Restless in the sense that, life is short, but whatever you can do within the time, goodwill and contributing to so many different things as much as it can. It's good.
I've
But
only known
I'm
you-
also very careful about my integrity of producing music as a composer, not these things taking away from that, that vibe of sitting and playing music and enjoying it.
Well, I've only known you for a couple of days, but I'm not sure that you've slept in that time, have you?
No, I didn't sleep.
Did you? But it is sort of full on, for you.
The jet lag, I think it's now, what time is it now?
It's a very good question. It's 5:30.
5:30, so it's around 12 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So I've been used to the jet lag thing. I've been traveling to the US quite a lot, and
But your energy levels.
that comes when I'm on stage.